G'day everyone and welcome back to the Tamiya TT-02 build. This episode we're doing step 5. So this one we're going to install a freshly built drive shaft into the chassis. This will need the chassis of course, our finished drive shaft was 2 3x10 self-tapping screws. These are the ones with just a normal button head they're used throughout the kit. There is only a couple other different ones and I'll show them when we get to them so you don't mix them up, but that's the one that you're going to use pretty much for most of the kit. I need 2 of them. Also need part number D2, which has been trimmed. Be careful because it's connected here, just make sure you trim it off nice and carefully.
Okay, so I just wanted to stop this video and have a quick look at these manuals because there's something interesting I found. So right here I've got TT-02 chassis build, TT-02 chassis build, and the TT-02B. But when you look down here, there are some differences. This is that number. This one has the same number, but 002 at the end, and this one has its own number. Now I'm just going to take you inside them. Okay, these are in the same order as the 3 manuals. So you can see here in the first one, they just say put the drive shaft in, and that's it. The second one, they include this D15 part, which I totally missed. I'll admit that. But you see in this manual, they don't worry about it. And to tell you the truth, I don't know what this is. It's not, doesn't support anything. The only thing it can sort of be used for is to stop rocks or dirt getting under the shaft there. So I'm not sure. And when you get to the TT-02B, once again, that part is not mentioned. So while I didn't mention this part, and I forgot to do it in the build, because this is actually the manual from the car I'm building, the Mitsubishi Lancer, and somehow I just skipped it, or at least I think I did. Maybe it was this manual, I'm not sure. But either way, if you include this part or not, it doesn't seem to make a huge difference. It doesn't support anything. It doesn't touch the shaft. It just goes under to fill up this little gap here that's underneath. There's a little hole there. But is it the end of the world? No. Does it seem to make a huge difference comparing to these 3 manuals? No, it doesn't. So as I said, I'm pretty sure this is the manual from the Lancer, and just I somehow missed it. So I apologise for that. If you want to put it in, put it in. If you don't, and you don't think it's necessary, then forget it. So, alright, back into the build.
Okay, so this step is pretty straightforward. Got chassis in here. Now the rear is easy because everything's held in place by that spur gear. So it'll basically sit in place. The front one, however, because those bearings can move, you will have to separate them. The wind's coming out. You may have to move this front bit just a little bit out. And there it goes. You'll feel it drop in. They'll be all nice and level with the chassis. So then all we need is a D5 part. You'll see the 2 mounts there where it goes into. It goes this way with it going backwards, so it covers that back bearing when you don't drop it. It'll sit on there without any help. Simply put our 2 screws in, get the first one started. You just want to go down until this one stops. There's no need to go crazy and over tighten it. And once that's done, just make sure everything spins nice and freely. Because if this isn't done just right, it can cause a bit of binding. It's good to make sure that spins free. Okay, that's it for step 5. It also does say to grease the gears. It'll go to the diffs in this step, but I'd rather wait until the diffs are in and you're about to seal it up so you don't get grease over your fingers or where you don't want it. Okay, so that's it for step 5. Remember to like and subscribe, and we're back in the next video with step 6.